Welcome to the Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by Scholl's Distributing and Budweiser, and by Allstate Insurance. Are you in good hands?
Welcome into the Terry Bowden Show, everybody. J.D. Byers alongside the head coach, Terry Bowden. The Lions are 3-0, and, Coach, there were a whole lot of headlines going into this one, a lot of storylines. So much was being made about we're going to be playing this one at Cowboy Stadium. That was a headline, where we were playing. During the game, there was the headline of now we've got 24,800 people watching this game. Largest crowd ever to see a UNA game. But the headline afterwards was who you beat, the number 3 team in the land.
Well, thank goodness. I was hoping so much our players wouldn't forget. It was the game that was most important, but the most extravagant and beautiful venue you could ever have. The biggest crowd ever played before by a UNA football team. And yet we had a game against the number 2 team in the country. To come away with a victory, having so many points left on the field, I was so proud of our players, our fans. It was a great weekend, punctuated by that great victory we had. Over
Abilene Christian, the Lions down the Wildcats at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington in the heart of Texas. And Coach, you get that win, give up a few points, had a few miscues, but got into the end zone, and the defense rose to the occasion. We saw some great stars: Janoris Jenkins, Marcus Doughton, Tommy Westbrook.
Antoine Ivy on offense. Lee Chappell played solid. No mistakes there. Threw a touchdown pass. But that's the kind of game you had to have. But most importantly, we come out strong. We came out ready to play. We throw 16 points on the board. The defense throws some 3-and-outs, and we get ahead of this team. They have to play from behind. Remember, this is one of the top most powerful teams in the country is in regard to scoring potential and all those things. We came out, played hard for the front. They had to try to catch up. We missed 3 field goals, 1 block, 2 missed, and an extra point, and we fumbled on the 1-yard line going in, which would have probably put the game away. But after all is said and done, what a great victory on the road in their backyard against number 2 team in the country. Got to be proud of these young men.
It all started, too, on Friday when these guys got to see this luxurious venue. Look at those eyes as the players walk in. This is for the walkthrough a day before the game. Friday afternoon, we made about a 1.5-mile trek from the team hotel headquarters down to Cowboy Stadium for a 3:30, 4 o'clock walkthrough. Had an actual organized scrimmage, or practice rather, before getting a semi-tour of the place.
Well, I tell you, I've coached the SEC championship game at the Georgia Dome, but I'm going to take, compared to this, it looks like a little neighbor's next door house compared to this beautiful place. Kids had a great time practicing, like I say, on Friday. We're practicing, preparing for the game. They're just getting a feel so they will be comfortable when they go in. Then, along with our fans, we take them to the dressing room. So all together, it was a great time together. A lot of fans out there, just people wide-eyed. But we got that done on Friday so we could focus on the game on Saturday.
Coach, I got to see the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader locker room.
Oh, I missed that one, Don.
Yeah, I got some photos. Well, we're going to come right back and see the first half highlights of the win, the historic win in front of 24,800 North Alabama winners over Abilene Christian. We'll get to that when we come back on the Terry Bowden Show.
The Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by TBA Federal Credit Union, a better way, E.A. Nelson Company, and by Southern Fastening.
You know, I may be new to the Shoals area, but TBA Credit Union has been serving this community for over 70 years. With 7 branches full of financial experts offering personal service, TBA Credit Union offers low rates for mortgages, auto and personal loans, as well as higher rates on savings and CDs. TBA Credit Union is member-owned and operated and now open to the community. Give TVA a call today at 386-3000 or stop in and tell them Coach Bowden sent you. TVA Credit Union, a better way. Hey, this is Terry Bowden. If you're looking for top quality equipment to maintain your property, then look no further than E.A. Nelson Company right here in Florence. They represent the top-notch players in the lawn and garden industry, such as Walker Mowers, Bad Boy Mowers, Massey Ferguson Tractors, Woods, and Bush Hog Implements. E.A. Nelson is a one-stop, full-service dealer providing sales, service, and replacement parts. Whether it's landscaping, cutting a pasture, manicuring a lawn, or preparing a green field, E.A. Nelson has the equipment for you. Come to E.A. Nelson Company to see what top-notch equipment is all about. They're located at 1011 Mitchell Boulevard next to the O'Neill Bridge in Florence.
First there was hammer and nail, then air-powered pneumatics, followed by cordless tools, both gas and battery-powered. Now, from Senco, the leader in the power fastening industry, there is Fusion Technology. Power fastening with no gas, no hose, no competition. Senco's Fusion Technology creates the first true cordless pneumatic nailers.
5 distribution centers in the Southeast as a Southern Fastening Systems representative nearby to serve you. Southern Fastening Systems and Senco brands, a team that can't be beat.
The Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by TBA Federal Credit Union, a better way, E.A. Nelson Company, and by Southern Fastening.
Welcome back to the Terry Bowden Show, everybody. The Lions get a great win over Abilene Christian. It was a matchup, coach, of Texas-sized proportions, going down at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington. Number 3 versus number 4. We get things started with a great defensive stand, but just to come out of there with a win. It was a great win in the program of UNA football.
Right, reminded me so much of Division I football, the passing games of the Big 12 and the speed of the SEC. It was kind of like the game came out, but they won the toss and chose to receive. Usually you defer, you want that ball in the second half, but they said, I want our offense against our defense, their offense. I think they found out they probably should have deferred on that one because we got after them.
More than a quarter, we play on their end of the field.
Absolutely. 2 interceptions. We played out on their end of the field, and I think that decision not to defer could very well have cost them.
You're going to see Coach Terry Bowden lead the team out onto the field here in Arlington at Cowboy Stadium as the team comes out in the white over the purple. That is North Alabama in the purple headgear. Abilene Christian also in purple, and they want the ball first. They go down to a knee. Michael Schuster, 5 kickoffs, all in the end zone, and we hold them to a 3-and-out.
Hold them to a 3-and-out right here. You'll see them trying to make something happen. Their receiver can't get open. Play a lot of man coverage for the first time. Forced him to punt the ball. He shanks this one, gets it to about midfield. You'll see. They're so afraid to kick it to Janoris Jenkins. You'll see later on when he has a 49-yard return. We come right back. Nice catch there by Mo Milam. He fumbles the football. Jason Smith doesn't quite get it Purifoy. Jumps on it. We retain possession. Move the ball further down the field. Trying to get points out of this. We throw a hitch screen to Wes Holland, who makes a 5-yard. We get stalled there after the 5-yard gain. And Nate Ojibwe makes the field goal. Unfortunately, that was the only one we made throughout the night, but that gave us 3 points ahead. Coming back now, their quarterback threw 2 interceptions all year last year, the regular season. He overthrows his receiver. But here he comes back. They try to hand the ball off. Nothing going as our defense rises to the occasion. Marcus Doughton led the team 10 tackles. Came back now. There's the quarterback scrambling. Can't find it. DeAndre Morgan makes the interception, 2 he threw in the first quarter.
Got to make them pay to turn these things into points. We're up 3-0 off a 45-yard Nathan Ojibwe field goal, and now a 4-play 33-yard drive coming up.
Yeah, DeAndre makes that interception. There's the fake right there. We throw the pop to Mo Milam. He was our leading receiver with 9 catches. Nice catch over the middle. It hurt them all night. Then here comes Lee hitting the second receivers. Moves in the pocket well. Throws the touchdown strike to Tristan Purifoy. All of a sudden we're up 10-0 or 9-0 right there. Boom, beautiful pass. You see him hit that over the middle. Does a great job, and now we're up 10-0. And they come back and make the drive. Now they're starting to drive. They got the ball underneath. But here comes the big interception. Jonathan Byrd makes the interception, runs down the field. Great field position again. We get it right, make the return, comes back to the 50, to the 40, on the 38-yard line. Now look at the possession, the field position we have now because of the defense's great play.
57-yard return by Jonathan Byrd. It's going to lead us to a scoring drive here, capped by Antoine Ivy, but now 2 interceptions, and we turn them both into touchdowns.
Well, here's a big shuffle play. The shuffle draw, we call it Utah. The shuffle draw, great run, about 35 yards by Wes Holland, takes it all the way down, 30 yards or so, down to the 8-yard line. So one, they don't blow the whistle. You're bound to get the ball stripped from him. They need to blow the whistle, but there's Wes doing what he does. Everything does well. They're trying to strip it. He's trying to fight. They probably ought to blow that whistle there somewhere. We come back, hand off to Antoine Ivy. He makes people miss, finds the gap, slides through for the touchdown.
His vision in traffic all night was just perfect for North Alabama. Wes Holland had some good runs, but Antoine Ivy, a great rumble to find the end zone and protecting that football.
Here was the problem there. We missed the extra point right there. As you'll notice, it's 16-0. We missed an extra point. 3 field goals on the night. Of an extra point, 10 points not put up on the board. There he come back now. Nice job, James Brooks. You'll see him jump high. He's 6'5", knocks the ball down. Great pressure on their quarterback. We sacked him 3 times. We only had 1 sack all night. We sacked him 3 times. Nice run there. Number 1, a good running back. He had some good plays.
Just before this, we missed a 44-yard field goal at the 13-minute mark. They're going to put together a drive, and this is a pass complete in the end zone to Darian Hogg, but holding it is called back.
Well, they were held to only, how many points did they get? 16 points. They were held the lowest number of points, 23 points. They finally got to 23. That's the lowest number of points they've had. 17?
23-17, we win.
They had the lowest number of points they've had since 2009. Great job by our defense of holding them there. Their quarterback there was a Harlan Hill finalist last year. Continued to throw the football. Nice drive, but our defense gained tackling right there, trying to hold them out of the end zone. Here's they drive the ball down, knocked the ball down. Cedric Hall knocks that one down. Way to put the pressure on, knocks the ball down. You'll see Cedric right there. Puts them in a situation where they've got to make something happen.